What's up, YouTube? It's your girl T.Dominique, and I'm back with another video. As you can see, I'm a little half nakedness. That's because I'm getting ready for my little brother's birthday party. He's turning 1 today, so yes, happy birthday, Mason. But today's video, it's gonna be a quick little video. Excuse me, I just wanted to give you all, let you know about this new segment I'm going to be starting in my journal entries, and it's called L.O.V.E Talks. Love stands for love, opportunity, or open, vulnerability, and evolution, or evolve. And basically, it's just, we're going to be talking about, it's me giving like relationship advice about all of the topics, like, you know, how to grow, how to be vulnerable, how to let your guard down, you know, stuff like that. Just a lot of advice for real. I have been getting a lot of video requests, and I am so appreciative, guys. Thank you so much for like just listening to me rant, because I know I talk a lot, and I'm loving like all of the feedback that I'm getting. I haven't gotten to all of, but I will be like implementing all of them in my journal entries and stuff. But this right here, like, is something that I'm very passionate about. Like, if you know me, then you know that like when it comes to love and things like that, like I'm big on these things. So that's why all my friends come to me for relationship advice and things like that. Like, I'm just a really good listener. That's why I'm majoring in psychology. That's why I'm going to be working in that field, because this is something that I'm very passionate about doing, and I have a lot to say. I have a lot to say. With L.O.V.E Talks, I would like to take questions. Like, if you have any questions about your relationship, or a person you know that's in a relationship, or anything, any advice questions. It doesn't even have to just be about relationships, for anything. And that's what L.O.V.E Talks is about, me giving you my perspective. So yeah, getting into it. Today's topic is a quick little topic. I'm going to be reading from my book a little bit, because I tend to go off on rants for real, and I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to make this quick as possible. Today's topic is going to be about settling. So many of us get into relationships and we settle. They're get into toxic relationships and we settle. We feel like, you know, we think that we're in love with the person, so we stay with them. We put up with a lot of their BS, you know, a lot of the things that we usually wouldn't tolerate. We put up with it because it's like, okay, well, we love them and we feel like they can change, they're gonna change, and things like that. And yes, that may be true, because people do change. I'm not saying that people don't change. Yes, they do, because I know that I've changed a lot. So I'm not saying that, but you can't make a person change. A person has to change on their own will. So if they don't want to change to be with you, if they know that these things are hurting you and your relationship, and they're not changing, then that speaks volumes. That speaks volumes. If it's 2-3 years in a relationship and you're still putting up with the same stuff that you've dealt with in the beginning of the relationship, that's a problem. If you still find yourself trying to prove your worth to this person, that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so you have to know your worth. As in relationships, to learn, not just to learn how to love somebody else or how to be in a relationship, but how to love ourselves. And if the person you're with does not see your value, if you're like I said, if you're constantly trying to prove your worth to this person, then it wasn't meant for them to see your value, and that's just straight facts. But the best believe the universe has something lined up for you after this. Like, this relationship is not the end. This is just the beginning. This is just for you to see what you don't want to be with. And a lot of times, like, we'll get in this toxic relationship, and then sometimes we finally build up the courage to leave, but then we don't put in the work in ourselves, so we end up getting back with the same person. Not, you know, literally the same person, but like another person with the same characteristics. And it's like it's like a repeated cycle. We keep ending up with the same type of person over and over again, because we're not putting in that work in ourselves. So that's why you have to love yourself. And if you don't love yourself, then, you know what I'm saying, you're not gonna evolve. And that's facts. I like to think of life as a book, for real. You know how, like, when you're reading a book and you may come across one chapter that's like really good, and well, look, the ending chapter, you come across the ending chapter and it's really good, and you know what I'm saying, but it's not what you expected it to be. Like, it's going real good, and then all of a sudden something changes, and it's like, damn, like, it's a messed up ending. Like, you didn't expect that ending. But this particular book is magic. If the ending isn't what you want it to be, then you can change it to what you want it to be. But you have to believe in magic for it to work. And that magic is called faith. First of all, faith is believing in what you don't see. And a lot of us say that we have faith. Like, faith is definitely a strong word. A lot of us say that we have faith, you know, like religious people, things like that. We all say that we have faith, but when it comes down to the nitty gritty, we're too scared to take that leap of faith. Not just when it comes to relationships, but like work. You're too scared to leave a job. You're too scared to ask for promotion. Things like that. It's so many things we're just scared to do because our faith just isn't as strong as it should be. And that's the problem. And the truth is, if you don't have faith, then you don't love yourself. Period. I know that kind of sounds like a reach, but that's the truth. If you don't have faith, then you don't love yourself. But I say all of this to say, know your worth, stop settling, and stop staying in these toxic relationships. Seriously, because it's just bringing us down. It really is bringing you down. Life is way too short and precious. Preserve your energy, but also love unconditionally. And to love is not to give your heart away. You got to be smart. Also remember that God in the universe is always on your side. Even when things aren't going the way you want them to go, there's something that you have to change. There's something that you have to change. Like your faith. Build your faith up a little bit more. Love yourself a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? But God in the universe is always on your side. And yeah, that's all I had to say. Until next time, peace, love, and blessings. Stay woke.